Alright. Welcome back to RPG Quest. Man, said a brain fart there for a second. Welcome back to RPG Quest. We are back to game 471, which is Jade Empire on the Xbox. How's it going, everybody? Brock, how's it going? Discarsic, hello. Yucky in the coffee. How's it going? Xbox intro so good? Yes. Yeah, it's so beefy. Such a nice introduction. Get to see it again in a second once I start up the game. The game's been fun so far. I don't know how close we are getting to the end. I'm sure we're still far away. I guys probably missed half of that since it was like the capture card with switching resolutions. But yeah, this game's great so far. I don't know. It's hard to tell where we are in the game in terms of like progression. I mean, there's a world map which has like 2 spots so far, so probably a lot more to go. We have, I think, most of the we have most of the followers at this point. There's still like one, what I'm assuming is like kind of a like an assistant follower, like there's the merchant, the flyer guy. There's probably a third form of the little girl with her demons. I'm assuming it's probably some sort of yin and yang thing going on. So maybe if you use both, and then they like somehow merge together and become like super OP or something, you might guess. That or we get rid of both of them, but then we just have it like a little girl, which would be horrible. Gotta get those votes in for Xenoblade.
Out of balance.
More votes it has, the better chance it has of not losing the Mugen Souls if somebody switches their votes. Alright, start the timer. Oh yeah. We did a bunch of these minigames. That's probably a progression metric. Alright, so there's probably Kang's third mission, but so the third mission I'm assuming is going to be once we like do some more of the what do they call them, the complications or whatever, which we need to get more of those. These ones, there's still a lot more, so these are probably story based potentially. So still a lot more of these. This is probably the closest thing to a progression metric I have in the game so far. Play any game demos? Boo. Wonder what game demo. We'll have to pop this in the Xbox after. Actually, I do have the special edition version of this, which has like an extra disc with some extra content. I'll have to check that out after the game. Alright, let's get back into it. Level 16 after 20 hours. It's like a Western RPG, alright. Hey Baines, how's it going? Conquer was one of the demos? Nice. Yeah, but definitely have to pop that into the into the Xbox after. I think on the extra disc there's like Mech Warrior or Mech Assault or something like that, and maybe Forza are the demos. I think there's also like there's like a behind the scenes thing. There's also like an extra character you can unlock in the game, but obviously that you can't do that on the Xbox 360 version, so or the Xbox One version. So that character is locked out unless you play it on the original Xbox. I guess it has to save it to the memory card or whatever. So. Alright, all these guys have been talked to.
Yes.
Assuming it's just... I don't think he's got anything new to say. Alright. Bring the princess with us.
You must go to the Lotus Assassin Fortress like we agreed. Find the evidence against Death's Hand, and I will help you rescue Master Li.
I still haven't been to the Necropolis. We still have to explore that area. I'll talk to you about the Emperor.
My father? What do you want to know that isn't already public knowledge? Emperor Sunhai is well known and well loved. Death's Hand is wearing away at that reputation, however, and I need to stop him before it goes too far.
Where did Death's Hand join your father's cart?
He has been present for as long as I can remember, but he only rose to prominence after the end of the long drought.
What was your father like before this began?
My father was very caring when I was a child. Now he is cold and distant. I know Death's Hand is corrupting him somehow. Do not hesitate for too long. Sagacious Zoo's sudden flight has made our task somewhat more urgent.
More urgent. That's more about this evidence.
We've gone over this. Death's Hand is using the prisoners who should be working on the wall to construct some sort of personal army of golems. My father probably knows
Golems.
something, but not the true danger of it. I need to show that Death's Hand intends to seize control. The Lotus Assassins act for Death's Hand. There has to be proof of his evil intent in the Lotus Assassin Fortress. That is where you need to go. My father, Death's Hand.
Let's go. Okay, we gotta go turn in. There's like one more quest I think we need to turn in. Yeah, this one. Jinlin. Wait, which one was Jinlin? It's the Jitong one. Jinlin. Needs a new quest. Just to let you know if there's new quests.
Woufna aknakir Yakova Kruini Rui Kuperfita.
Please, Purveyor, don't send me in there. I'm scared those things will see me before I can get into the cave. Please, don't make me do it.
Get in there, child.
Nurk Apayir. Quanurk Kanir. Ni Usota.
Every game with a living system? Yeah. I try to be a little, like... Because, I mean, in this era especially, in, like, PS2 era, pretty much every game included some sort of, like, experience, like, level up system. So in Secret Rings, you got all, like, all the God of War games basically have experience systems, technically, because you're getting souls, you level up your equipment or whatever. I mean, pretty much every action-adventure game has some sort of, like, experience system. What about all the games that have, like, collectathons? You're technically leveling up, like, you're getting new abilities and stuff, right? I mean, pretty much every platformer. Yeah. Might as well just throw every game in there at that point.
No! I will go. Please don't hurt my mother. I'll get the artifact for you. I promise.
Get to it, kid.
The city can be a harsh place for children, but we don't have time to help them.
You don't have enough time to have your conversation too, apparently. I love how it just, like, suddenly cuts off, like, some dialogue just randomly.
What do you want? You're working for Purveyor Shuji, aren't you?
I am.
Please don't tell him I haven't gone yet. I'm going now. Even
Go.
though it will probably get me killed.
Get lost, kid. Calm down, not with the purveyor.
I'm sorry. I'm just a little upset. I'm Jinlin. Is there something you want?
That kid. One less mouth to feed. That's what happened earlier. I'd like to help you.
Thanks, but I need to find a way to kill spirits. Purveyor Shuji wants me to fetch an artifact from an emperor's tomb in the necropolis, but it's filled with ghosts.
Ghosts?
He threatened to sell my mom to slave traders if I don't get this artifact. I don't know what to do. I can't fight ghosts.
I'll get rid of the purveyor Soji for you. Perhaps I can get rid of the ghosts for you.
Really? It would be very dangerous.
I don't think she's getting any money.
I don't have anything to give you in return. Are you sure you want to do this?
The point is she's, like, paying off her father's debts or something like that by doing this. You can't allow you to do this on your own.
Thank you. You are very kind. My father would have liked you, I think. He was brave like you are. The tomb
Yeah,
is open
was.
in the necropolis. The door is locked, but I can sneak inside and open it. I just have to be careful not to alert the ghosts. If you really think you can get rid of the ghosts,
No business
I'll
sense,
head
yeah.
over to the tomb and wait for you there.
I'll be there shortly.
Great! I'll wait by the steps of the Emperor's tomb. I'm sure you'll find it easily enough. See you soon, I hope.
Oh, she's dead. make sure there's no quests over here before we head that way. Doesn't look like it. Actually, we gotta go that way anyways. Let's go back. The necropolis was in the first area. Let's go hand in that thing to Jan or whatever his name is. Tongue.
I don't know why you're wasting your time. I'm obviously innocent, and yet
Obviously.
you still want to risk yourself needlessly.
Are you so sure I'll be at risk?
I'm no fool. Those men haven't returned, and I can assure you it isn't because they've decided to take a holiday. Chasing after criminals is dangerous work. Obviously, there are risks involved. Why would you risk yourself when even the local minister seems content with the scholar's arrest? Of course, do what you need to. If you discover anything, it will only prove my innocence further. Good luck.
So you think you can free me? Prefect Jitong has sent many good men to their deaths trying to free me. I hope you won't get into similar trouble. I don't know. I was just down in the poor quarters helping a family with some repairs on their hut. I was leaving their house when the guards came for me. They told me I was suspected of abducting people from the poor quarters. I told them it was ridiculous, that I only wanted to help the poor, but they didn't listen. I admit I spend time in the poor quarters, but I don't try to hide it.
It's a bug in Lotus Assassin Fortress. Could stop lock because of not able to talk to a quest NPC. Let's hope that doesn't exist in this version. I mean, I don't see this as in the PC version. It's like the... I'm assuming... I mean, clearly it's like it's the Xbox version, but they probably like somehow ported it from the PC version instead. When they brought it to the you know, the upscaled version for the later generation Xboxes. So let's hope. I guess we'll find out shortly.
I understand. If there's anything that might help you find the slave traders, I will gladly tell you. Please, don't give up until you've found them.
The thing that sucks with the Xbox Series X is I tried to find see if there's any way of like exporting a save so you could somehow like transfer a game to the original Xbox or whatever, or vice versa, but no, there's no way of doing that. So it's not like I could be able to pop the game into the Xbox and continue from there without restarting from scratch. Pressuring the fired part, yeah, didn't have any issues there.
There you are.
I'm sure some bugs were
The
fixed when they
government
like
sent Ho
they
Charles
brought this over or
with
whatever, they ported it.
to oversee the trial. I hope you learned something, or I'll have to proceed with Song Tao's sentencing.
This lady really wants her own slaves, yeah. Look at Zibaoan. He took me to the slavers.
He took you there? That's incredible. That's remarkable. Well, what did you find? Have you discovered evidence that exonerates Scholar Song Tao?
Yes, I have. It's right here. Take a look for yourself.
Ha! That doesn't prove a thing. Pieces of paper can be bought and sold just like anything. Just like anyone.
I'm afraid you're quite mistaken, Chandlerling. This proves a great many things, including your guilt. I never suspected the slavers were so well connected.
Let me see that. Well, this certainly looks interesting. Suppose Scholar Sung Tao can go free then. And you, Chandler Ling, will come with me for sentencing. It will be quick and harsh, I suspect. This sort of thing will not be tolerated
Quick
in
and
the
harsh.
It's all a lie.
Cut off his
You
head.
don't know what you're doing. You're all making a very big mistake.
Thank you. Thank you for risking yourself to help me. If there's anything I can do to repay you, please ask.
Just glad innocent man didn't suffer.
You are too kind. I have no real way to repay you. However, I do have some items you might be interested in.
Give
They're
them all.
not here, of course.
What?
Come and find me in the Scholars Garden, and I will be glad to show you what I have. I'll see you there. Goodbye, and thank you again.
Well, at least that's out of the way. Now we need to find evidence of our own. Unless you've forgotten completely about Death's Hand and my father.
Chill out, princess. Jesus. Oravcom gem. Body +2, intimidation +2.
Hello there, and thanks again for all.
That's what we get for this area. Minus, yeah, we gotta find whatever we need to find here was in the necropolis. Is there anything left to buy at the blacksmith?
Hello again. What can...
Nope. Got this weapon, which I'm not gonna use, because then I have to put a whole bunch of points into it, so it's like, nah. Oh yeah, so you're able to get past it, just crashed a bunch of times. Sounds really annoying. At least it wasn't like a hard lock, like you could at least somehow get past it, even though it wasn't easy. I mean, this is also like the limited edition version of it, so this one probably came out at like later, maybe. I don't know. I'm assuming this came out like a little bit later, so they might have fixed some of the issues in the original version. Of course, the Xbox version, like when you're putting on the Series X or whatever, doesn't matter what version you have, you're still down the exact same thing, so you don't get the limited edition like bonuses. It's really just that one extra character. So I was gonna say we had a quest to go in here, but we never actually went in here.
Hostile? Where do they spend all the silver they demand of the Empire, then?
Have you heard the news? Judge Fang is gone, and his replacement is none other than... me! Minister Sheng finally gets his just reward. Or should I say, Judge Sheng? At last, my triumphant return to the Imperial City. Oh, so many things to prepare, so many things to do.
Congratulations, Sheng, you've earned it.
Yes, Judge Sheng has earned it. After the suffering of my great exile, the Imperial City welcomes me back to its bosom. Please excuse me. Judge Sheng really doesn't have the time to chat. I must make preparations for my transfer back to the Imperial City.
Sheng was the dude from from Tiang... whatever, wasn't he? Oh, configuration of the horse. Does that one need... is it metal? So I'm assuming it's that nickel thing. No, stone of the cow. Okay, so we got a cud bezoar we can use. Stone of the cow torn from bovine's innards. All the cogs are watching. So the cogs. Just the cogs, I guess. Or all but the cogs. We didn't already do this one. This one's... I feel like I've done this one. I'm sure I did one with, like, with the stone, the tiger, and all but the cogs. It was like the first one. Spirit, I guess. Man, maybe it's another thing with the exact same requirements, but whatever. It gives me another bonus. Kinville quest dude, yeah. Alright, where's this dude? He's not even on the map. Told us to come and see him here, so...
I'm sorry, I can't speak with you now. It would be unwise for me to associate with someone of your affiliations.
Yes.
Good day again. You've done a great deal to aid me. If there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. I've got some interesting items if you'd like to see them.
He's gonna sell them to me? I thought he was gonna give me some items. It's a lucky hand. More silver from human enemies. Yeah. I mean, considering it's 5,000 silver. Unless I get a significant amount of extra silver, I don't think I'm gonna be paying this one back anytime soon. Plus I would use up a slot of my gems. More intuition, more charm. Eh. Did I read this one? Mysterious East. Scholars know little about the culture that lies across the glass ocean. Tribes of that land have been a sizable amount of gold and near insatiable demand for silk and spices. Also seem to be able to manufacture metals to an astounding degree, though perhaps not as sophisticated in a manner as their master tradesmen. Still, something on the other side of the glass ocean bears investigation. Unfortunately, few trade fleets have ever successfully made the passage, and those trade caravans that do pass follow a circuitous route through the unenlightened peoples hostile to the Jade Empire. It's on phone. It's going great. I thought there's just some like chained rocks. Gotta make sure those rocks don't float away.
Hey, someone said you're dealing with the assassins now. I'd be careful if I were you. They can be a nasty group. They
How
don't
does he
bother
know?
us much, but I still wouldn't want to work with them. All right then. Goodbye.
Wasafno sositu no ko ota napia ifaria ok. Kutkosi wiwa ya.
For sure I read this one. I did. Alright. Gotta make sure to read all those books so we can get like the bonus reward there once we read them all in the area. Sucks if you miss one of them. Right, to the necropolis.
Hello again, my lady. Are you ready to offer me a silver?
You're that rich beggar.
I come from a very wealthy family, as
Explain why you're begging. Reconsider getting a job.
but I am a noble.
Fair enough, here's the silver.
Thank you. It's not easy for one such as I. I have it far more difficult than the impoverished beggars of this city. Farewell.
I know. Did he actually take a silver? Because I didn't get like a -1 silver. Maybe he'll come back. So thanks for that 1 silver, I made like $1 million. Here you go. Here's your reward. I was gonna save, but the game's like, no, I'm gonna save for you. I want to save. Is she able to attack ghosts, by the way? Okay, good. Kind of useless if she wasn't able to.
Kill.
Paralyzing call! Legendary strike!
Here you go. Camera, please. You okay there, buddy? Yeah, it's a great game. I highly recommend it. If you like the KOTOR games, you'll love this one.
Stranger, you have some spirit to you. You fight like a demon. Those poor lost souls didn't stand a chance against you. I could use the skills of a woman like you. Normally, I don't think much of a woman in my line of work, but I think you can help me with a problem I've been having. My name is Shen. I'm the first gravedigger here. It's my job to look over the necropolis and make sure all the peaceful souls are laid to rest.
He did. What do you want?
I've got to dig the holes, fill them, and balance the books and everything. Nice, proper burials. But now, with all these ghosts rising again, I've got problems. No one seems to want to stay dead, and I can't go refunding all the burial money to all the families of the ghosts now. I can't afford it.
I mean, they're still buried. Another ghost.
You to do a little job for me. Nothing hard. Just put the ghosts back where they belong. Quiet them down a bit. Well, there'll be a little bit in it for you as well, don't worry. Can't have you going away empty-handed now, can we? So, what do you say?
I was on the golf course and I heard a guy yell 4, duck the ball nearly missed my head, but the 3P'd me good. That was impressive, he was able to hit that many balls. I'll do it.
Great. Now those ghosts will know who's boss around here. They just bring themselves back up as fast as I can put them in. I'll give you a reward for any ghosts you take care of. You can make good money that way. There are 3 main ghosts to deal with. Miss Chan, Merchant Bai, and Mr. Ren. I'll give you a reward for each, of course. I know a bit about them, but not that much. If you need a little something to give you an extra edge, I'm sure I can part with some trinkets I've found. I mean, it's not like they'll need them anymore.
Who you gonna call? See what you're selling.
Well, you know, a few things here and there. They just sort of fall into my
Convenient.
hands. They don't need them anymore, eh?
I think it's wrong you've been stealing from the graves here.
Eh? Well, it's not like they need any of that anymore. Feel some compassion for them, do you? Maybe you don't have what it takes to do my job. Then you're no better than me. We both just do the best we can with what we're given, so let's just leave it at that. Is there anything else you wanted?
Not even good gems.
If you need to find me again, I'll be at my house down the road.
Assuming it's not this road. It's very loud. Nature of the Spirit, Volume 3. Folktales surround the disappearance of the monk did not disturb me. The mines had been inactive for a century or more. The surrounding villages had long since decayed. Any spirit that fed on humans or human emotion or pain would have left in search of easier prey, or so I had thought. I searched for the moss spirit that had brought me to the depths of that mine. I began to wonder if the legends were true after all. If the spirit or whatever it was inside that had driven away the miners would reside still there. In my mind, I began to hear the whispers of the dark, and the screams and cries of those who lost their lives ages ago. So many different directions to go. Let's buy over here.
Help! One of those damn spirits came up right in my backyard. The stupid thing won't let anyone get by. It's got my tools and everything. Just kill the damn thing.
Reader, Scholar, Gem of Fate. Increases the chance of focus power-ups. Well, I'm playing this on the Xbox Series X, so it has like an upscaled version of the game. So a higher resolution, higher quality textures and models, and like a smooth, like 60 FPS frame rate. So definitely looks better than it would have on the original Xbox. If anything, it's probably closer to the PC version. It's probably like a port of the PC version, or a back port.
Your end is near.
I'm out of power. Yeah. The gem I was going to give her as a reward. Where did it go? Yeah, let's just throw a trap in the headstone. +4 mind. Yeah, I mean, it could be, but I mean, some of the textures, like this wall, obviously, are probably... But I'm sure some of the textures, like the models, for example, probably get higher resolution textures. Like some sort of upscaling on them. And obviously the 3D models definitely did. Like, I'm sure she has a higher resolution, like, model for her, like, her face and stuff like that. Just because, you know, you see it a lot, right? You definitely see some differences between the NPCs, like the main character versus some NPCs that have like lower resolution polygon faces or whatever. Yeah, it's running on 4K. It's really nice looking on the Series X. Third game is out in less than 3 weeks. I know, right? I still have like 50 Yakuza games to play. It tells the story how Jade from Mortal Kombat became ninja she is. It does. This is her empire. Hey, Retro Crusader. I'm doing great. How are you? Happy Sunday. Alright.
It's dead then? Heh, good. I knew that old bag would try to come back for me someday, but she wouldn't have guessed I'd have someone like you on my side.
You knew that ghost.
Yeah, I
Mother-in-law.
guess you could say that. She was my mother-in-law. Never once in her life did she
RGX is
say
in
a
Hawaii.
kind word to me, and now she tried to keep at me even in death. You got what you deserved! Do you hear me? You deserved it!
You're an odious little man, you know that?
But any good job deserves a reward, of course. Here you go. She had some nice things in her grave, too. Since she's gone, I guess she won't be keeping me from them anymore.
Yeah, there's a couple like that. You're married?
Ugly people need love, too.
I guess he recognizes
Now,
it.
go and find those ghosts I told you about. Can't get a good day's work done with them still around.
Mournful soul. Yeah, there's, I mean, they suck because they use your, like, magic power super fast. And they don't really, they're not really that good. There's like a horse demon one. I've only gotten 2 so far, horse demon and toad demon. But yeah, they're pretty shitty. Like, your magic power will be gone in like 10 seconds. So it's pretty useless. -5 body, with +3 mind, +3 spirit. I like -5 body. Need some shrines to get my power back here. $5, worth it. Tomb of Jizin. This is the one with the girdle. How do we get money by smashing a headstone, by the way? Was the money inside the headstone? Haven't thought about this game in a hot second. But now you want to play it again, because it's a great game. Gem of Irresistible Spirit. +2 spirit, +3 charm. Okay. Let's get this back. Why is there 2 of these? Need one of this and one of the yellow. Like, no reason to have 2 of these spirit fonts. Is it a comfy corner at least? Oops, shit. Just trying to press the button to
The ghosts are
talk to her.
definitely on the door.
Skipped her combat.
They haven't noticed me yet.
Don't worry, I'll get rid of the ghost in no time.
I think I'll just wait here for you to clear the ghosts. The artifact is supposed to be in the room at the end of the tomb. Once you're there, I'll catch up with you.
Metaphor Refantasio. Was it a good game?
Good, you came. Wait here. There's a small hole in the wall, just around the side. I'll sneak in and open the door from the inside.
Dialogue I missed. Backlog, yeah. Freedom Wars Remastered. How's that? Lower expectations, yeah. Pretty much. Mummy.
Legendary strike. Longsword.
Good. This thing's already immune to swords. You multi-gun man? How's it going? So I can just walk up to them. Let me just do a roll.
Paralyzing palm. Longsword. Paralyzing palm. Longsword.
Everyone's not playing in sequence. What? So Yakuza 5. Well, 0 isn't. I mean, if you're playing in sequence, 0 wouldn't be the first one. 0 would be like the sixth one, basically. I don't know. Did it come out before or after 6? Definitely came out after 5. But obviously, it's a prequel, so it's like watching Star Wars, right? Do you watch the original trilogy before you watch the prequels, or you watch the prequels first? It's like Spirit Harvest. 4, 6 after 5? Yeah, there you go. More XP from killing ghosts. No power-ups from killing ghosts. It's not like I really need the XP. Yakuza 1 Kiwami. It's probably not as rough as the original Yakuza 1. It's weird having like the characters speak English. And like dropping F-bombs constantly. It's like, this is not Yakuza. It's so weird.
More intruders. My tomb has lain sacrosanct for centuries, and now mortals tread on my very ashes. Your
I doubt it.
corpse will lie here with those of my subjects, and your spirit will feed my own.
Legendary strike. Focus.
That's it. I've got it. Now let's get out of here before... What's that? Did you hear that?
Like Myth Wukong? How is that one? Just more fighting if I'm lucky. Sounds like trouble.
Getting out of here is going to be harder than getting in, I think.
Mummies. Three spirit. I mean, I guess if I equipped, like, the Mournful Soul, and then this one, and then the spirit version, I'll have -2 across the board. It'd be great. I guess I'll give +1 across the board with 3 gems. That'd be horrible.
Stone Immortal! Longsword!
Diseased. Got a zombie and a ghost. Or a mummy and a ghost.
Legendary Stone Legendary Strike!
Ow.
My piece is your...
Ow.
Paralyzing Palm! Legendary Strike! Paralyzing Palm! Longsword! Legendary Strike! Paralyzing Palm! Legendary Strike! Paralyzing Palm! Legendary Strike! Paralyzing Palm! Legendary Strike! Paralyzing Palm! Legendary Strike!
Love that combo.
Longsword!
In 2023. Jeez. Yeah, you don't hear too much about Gaiden. The other one that came out, it was like a bunch that came out like shortly back to back. It was like there's like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. There's the Kiwami one, or not Kiwami. There's the Gaiden one, Man with No Name, whatever that's called. Yeah, the Ishin Master, yeah, remaster. It's nice that they finally brought that series over. So, take it.
I can't believe we made it out of there alive.
Not
You're
yet.
an amazing fighter. I wonder why Purveyor Shuji wants this bowl so badly. It looks so ordinary. Except for maybe this writing. Doesn't make any sense. Conductor, cog, and a bit of iron. Don't play with the tiger. Whatever that means.
Alright. Configurations, a conductor, cog, and a bit of iron, so the nickel thing, and then use the dragon. Alright, let's write this one down. Unless it like creates one automatically for you. Cog, bit of iron, dragon. Might be the configuration I'm looking for.
Huh. Well, I'm glad it was useful to you. Thank you again for helping me. Purveyor Shuji is waiting, so I should be going. Goodbye.
Okay, so gives it to us automatically. Most of the pirate game is lower. System requires infinite wealth. Strange. Yeah, maybe. That or they used the older version of the engine. Iron is made stronger through the alloy, and nickel binds well to make a sharp blade. It can also be a reactive fuel. Certain configurations must be reserved. The dragon watches with the controlled lightning, while Cog spins dutifully on their own. We maxed out. Pretty damn close to getting maxed out in terms of open palm. Not that probably gives us anything, but... Ghosts.
Legendary strike. Focus. Paralyzing palm. Legendary strike.
Seems are really weak to stone.
Legendary long sword. Legendary strike.
These things do so much damage. I'm gonna go back, but probably, like, those things probably respawn if I come back here, so... Oh god. Or, you know, if I just move to the other side of the arena. Now we're probably dead. As far as you can't dodge their attacks, like, they'll literally, like, have heat-seeking attacks that go behind them. If I use this... Oh, never mind. That heals your dude too, not just you. They gave us a full health regeneration, or full mana regeneration. Some slop mobile games. Good old mobile games. Do you think people that stream retro games, mostly, and some newer games from time to time, need to buy a 5090 to stream their game? Of course not. Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's like that with any hardware, right?
No, we can't allow that to happen.
Some people get the latest and greatest, even though they'll never need it.
But this poor wretch isn't much good either. No, not at all. But what else is there? What else is there? Work, damn you, work!
I mean, if you have the money to spend on that stuff, then go for it. Sometimes it's like one of those, you know, one of those like status symbols, like, hey, look, I got the latest and greatest, even though I'll never ever use it. That's 10% leap, yeah, pretty much. Like, unless you're well, first of all, if you're streaming, you're only gonna be streaming in 1080p. It's not gonna be streaming in 4K. So, if you're using it mainly for streaming, you definitely don't need that as anywhere near as powerful of a video card. So yeah, definitely overkill for streaming, anyways. With Lotus Blossom, I'm not dead.
You're not dead. I'm sorry, I just
It's that moaning sound.
I thought you were some spirit here for revenge.
Moaning sound is disconcerting. Revenge for what?
Ah, well, my work, you see, while very important, may upset some of those spirits not fully at peace.
What are you doing here?
I am conducting my research. I am a doctor by trade, studying the internals of the body and the energies that drive it. But lately, I have come on hard times. My daughter, Wen Siwei, has fallen ill, and nothing in my previous training could help me with what ails her. Her liver has been rotted from within, corrupted by some energy I have never encountered.
I'm assuming it's his daughter or something. His daughter's the one that's moaning in the background over there. Some energy.
I don't know what it is, but it has prevented her liver from functioning. Now her body no longer responds. I fear she is dying. I could not stand the possibility of her loss, so I took matters into my own hands.
Yeah, it's the same card I have. Had that for,
as well as the lore of the creatures.
But I don't really like use my PC for gaming, so I don't need anything more powerful.
Daughter, but I have not been successful in my efforts.
Yeah, they reuse a lot of the like generic NPC faces. It's a little too much.
I have found a way to strengthen, no, to replace the corrupt flesh of one living creature with that of another. Through the energies of the earth and by the divine will of heaven, her body can be made to accept the organ as if it were a part of her. She can be given a new life. But these cursed, wretched corpses do nothing for me. They are too old, too dead. Their organs are rotted beyond repair, even the ones recently buried. I need something else, something more. Either one that is perfectly preserved or one that is fresh. Her time is drawing near. If I cannot get a new organ for her soon, I fear it may be too late.
Helpless Duke has a very unique face, yeah. Let me find you a liver.
I need a liver that has been perfectly preserved. Even a short time after death, the flesh begins to decay. Only a few rare bodies are truly well preserved. I have tried all the organs I could find, but none work. A nobleman here, Jizin, had his body preserved well enough and buried in this graveyard, but his corpse has moved.
Why not give her your own liver?
I would give anything to see her saved, but my techniques are much more advanced than any normal doctor could comprehend. I must do the operation myself, or find a savant of such skill that I would feel safe giving them control.
I'll have to find a liver for you.
I need a liver that has been perfectly preserved, even a short... I have...
I'll find the preserved nobleman for you.
Thank you. Whatever I can give you in reward, I will. Please hurry. The nobleman was buried in one of the larger tower tombs closer to the entrance. I tried to enter, but his corpse had risen, covered in the protective wrappings he was buried in. I would not have survived. Please, get the liver from him quickly.
So they just like dumped her on the ground. Imagine being the voice actor for that. Alright, what's my motivation? Just moan. What is this going to be used for? Never mind, just moan. The encounter brought vividly to mind was deep in the mine near the ridges, along the ridges near the land of howling spirits. I was searching for a spirit I had seen the previous day. A spirit of moss and fungus that dwelt in the abandoned mines. Years earlier, the mines were so prosperous that several communities depend on them for their livelihood. But collapses, fires, and unexplained disappearances in the mine led people become more and more fearful of them. Local monk ventured in one night after hearing a disturbance. It was never seen again. Thereafter, miners repeatedly reported hearing screams in deeper tunnels. The voice of that young monk. Well, I mean, depends on. I mean, you have like you have mummification, but they don't preserve the organs. They just like rip those organs out. So yeah. But of course, this world has magic and stuff, so they could probably use some sort of magic methods to preserve the organs. So. Where'd that other body go? Where did the body go? Why are you wearing a bib? It's mysteriously open now. Yeah, I know, right? Maybe the magic's not that advanced.
They tried to take from me, and they died. I feasted on their souls. Such is the evil I was in life, and am again in death. The underworld has no place for me. Sin lives.
Who are you?
I am evil incarnate. A man so vicious and vile that the spirits deemed me unfit to pass into death.
I'm sure his organs look perfectly preserved.
Sin lives indeed.
Hey, Cherry Onion.
Now I feed on the flesh and souls of the living in payment for my vanity. My perfect body is a testament to my crimes. My very touch spreads my corruption.
Yeah. You have a chance to repent for your sins.
A chance to repent. Can it be that after all this time, after years of living death, I am given this one chance to make something right? What is this chance you speak of, mortal? What is this false hope you dangle before me?
Need your liver to save a young girl.
A girl? After so long, a girl? But I'm a vile and corrupt being, forever damned by the life I led, set here in this wretched form to walk forever.
One is willing. There's always a chance for redemption.
Redemption? For one such as me? I think not. My life was spent in greed and vanity and corruption. Even in death, I sought to preserve my perfect form. For one whose madness and evil progress even into death? No, there is no hope for me. None at all. And you stand here mocking me for it?
If you save her life, you may be redeemed.
Ah, the temptation. Yes. So much logic, so much philosophy. But who knows what the heavens will truly decide in the end? But for the chance, and it is a girl, so young, I can taste her pain and suffering lingering.
Maybe we shouldn't use his...
So like my own. The blood is thick in my veins, a solid mass where fluid used to flow, now dried and brittle. But the heart still stirs, and it can be moved, though tears no longer flow. My life has been wasted on my own sins, and in death, I have nothing except them. This young thing, this girl, she still deserves life.
Yeah.
If my end means this girl lives, then may the heavens look kindly upon me, even though I know they won't. If damnation is my fate, then let it be worth something in the end. Take what you need, mortal.
Just rip the liver right out of him. Nothing else to steal in here? Boo. I need to find some fava beans. A little bit of Chianti.
Focus.
No, it... Oh, you! Have you managed to find some way to help me?
A preserved liver.
You do? Thank you. Yes. It looks like it's been preserved well enough.
Yeah, definitely.
I am amazed that you managed to get this intact. Now I must begin quickly. Her life energy is fading fast.
Seems like a nice place to do an operation.
It looks like the operation has worked. She should be safe now. Her breathing has slowed and her heart rate is returning to normal levels.
Yeah, she's dead.
It will be some time before she can stand on her own again. But I'm certain she will make it. Not here, though. Not in this place of death.
Yeah, the infection
Thank you,
won't finish her off or
what you have
anything.
done for me. As I promised, I will give you all that I have left. Everything else was spent in pursuit of this dream. I must take her to a place where she can heal. You have my eternal gratitude for what you have done.
Thank you for what you have done. I have been redeemed in my own eyes and in the eyes of heaven. Peace indeed can come to any soul.
Hooray, good deeds. Thanks, bro, for saving my soul and all that. Exactly. So make sure you sign your organ donor cards. You want to be redeemed.
Where's my baby?
He's one of the Chan family plot. There are 4 tombstones here. Shanahan, great angle there. Shanahan, loving mother devoted to 3 children. Chanli, Chang Ding Shen. Chanli, a boy named in honor of the glorious strategist. Ding Shen, founding father of the resplendent sun. Chan Tuo, named in honor of his uncle, Duo Di. Yeah, that's always, you always see that like shown in you know, shows and stuff like that. I wonder how often that actually like happens. I'm assuming there's probably a lot of like red tape involved where that stuff doesn't happen, but you know, there's always that potential like, yeah, Like, yeah, they're dead. Just
Where is my
cut them
baby?
apart now.
My baby, please, where is he? Where has Shen taken him?
Miss Chan.
Yes. If you know me, then you must know the pain I feel. My baby! That monster Shen has taken him from me. He was only a few moments old when that vile man took him from me, ripped him from my arms and carried him away. Please find my baby. Bring him back to me. Let me know how he's doing.
Baby was a boy.
Yes, my darling little boy. He was so pretty when he was born, and so quiet too. His blue little face. Please.
Blue.
You have to help me
I think he
find
was suffocating.
Shen must know where he is. That abominable little man took him from me. Kill him. Torture him. Whatever you need. Just find my baby.
I'll speak with Shen.
Find that hideous little man and bring the truth out of him however you can.
Who's Shen? I don't know who Shen is. Oh, it's the grapekeeper dude. Wait, did she have like a ghost baby?
Is someone there? You. What do you want? Have you come to torture me more? Have you come to see me suffer here unavenged? No one cries for Merchant Bai.
Your Merchant Bai. No, he didn't just say his name or anything.
You know of me? You've heard about the pains I suffered in life, and this continued torment I have to endure in death?
Tell me what's bothering you.
You can understand? You don't run in terror like the rest. Instead, you talk to me. Perhaps you can help. I was a merchant in life. Not a rich one, but I made enough to survive. I sold mostly to the poorer sections of the city. My goods weren't the finest, but they were practical. At the time, there were a pair of brothers, Seat Su and Si Ran, who were the terror of the streets. They extorted money and goods from everyone. They tried to extort from me.
What did you do?
When I wouldn't give them what they wanted, they decided to make an example of me. They killed me and mutilated me, and left me dead in that alley. They terrorized the city for weeks after that, but they were finally run down. That might have been where it ended, just as done, but it wasn't. They were buried here, with me. Their deaths, execution by beheading, were harsh enough that they have risen again. My spirit cannot rest quiet with them here. Even now in death, they mock me and torment me as they did in my final moments of life. They drive me mad.
I'll help you. Will you rest peacefully?
Yes. If my killers are at least removed from this world, their spirits will no longer torment me. You must find a way to defeat them and drive them from this place. They were common criminals, so they were not given a normal burial. They were dumped in a communal grave underground to the south. I'm sure you can find them. Thank you, stranger. If you can truly help me, if you do, I'll show you something that even Shen hasn't found yet.
One of those things show up, it's so loud. Tomb of the Masses. Even though when you know it's coming.
Be mine.
Also, graves lies before you. Read one of these inscriptions. Kaolu Sun. Chongzi wished too much in life, the Emperor's justice. May the dragons in heaven watch over this one. I wonder how many of these there is. The most perfect creature to ever walk the earth. Feng Siwei. Chongzi wished for too much in life, the Emperor's justice. No, repeating now.
That cheating, lying sow, sullying the Ren name
Yeah.
and dragging it in the dirt like this, putting me in the dirt. Ren Fang, if I ever get my claws on you, I'll leave you a stinking, bloated corpse.
Must be Mr. Ren I've heard about.
You've heard of me? What do you know? What do you want here? I have no time for idiots who only want to rob my grave.
I don't know anything, tell me.
I exist only for revenge. Revenge on my wife, who after so much talk of faithfulness and love, decided she would be better off without me. She killed me! Poisoned me in my own house. When I find her...
You're dead, you can't do anything now.
Oh, but I can. I can find her and tear her to shreds. I'll scatter her bones to the corners of the earth. But first, I need to find my way out of this damnable cemetery. No matter which way I turn, I always end up back here.
Did I find your way for you?
Find her. Bring her to me. Let me kill her and draw the last agonizing breaths from her body, and you will have my eternal gratitude. Most likely, she's still at our old home. It's in the market district near the entrance to the Black Leopard School. Find her and bring her to me.
Cursed forever in death. Unnamed one. Betting his wife had a reason for poisoning him. Every time.
Focus. Focus.
Ah, look who has come to see us. A mortal, then? Shall we feast, brother?
Yes. I've always wanted to taste a woman like this.
Oh my.
Such fine quality. Her screams will mean so much to me.
Legendary strike. Focus.
Slightly on fire there, princess. Sixth sense. Plus 8 intuition, minus 3 charm, minus 3 intimidation. If I need to do a intuition... Man, everything's trapped in here. More intuition. Probably get a whole bunch of intuition. Alright, all those guys are dead. Get up.
Paralyzing call. Legendary strike. Legendary strike.
Have you managed to defeat them at last?
I have defeated them.
Thank you, thank you. I feel as if a great weight has been lifted from my spirit. Here, let me show you this. Something Shen hasn't found yet. I hope you use it well, and thank you.
Great. Well, buzzwords seem to be pretty common. Gotta be really close to maxed out if we're not maxed out yet. Hard to tell how far that bar will go. I don't know if there's any point in maxing it out. Maybe there's some sort of quest that requires us to be like the absolute top end open palm or whatever, but this must be the fortress of the assassins or whatever. Either direction we go, we're gonna fight some more ghosts. What if we sneak very slowly? God. It's like the slowest walk ever. She wiggles those hips very slowly. Too slow. Made it.
Stone immortal.
Something about him stealing a baby.
The grave digging business sure is a killer. What do you need?
I'm gonna ask you about one of your troublesome
What
ghosts.
about them?
About Miss Chan.
Ah, Miss Chan. A tragedy, really, and one that happens all too often. It's always the pretty ones who go. She died in childbirth, and the baby died with her. Her family put her in the family plot along with her son. She came up again recently, looking for revenge on me. She seems to think that I killed her baby, or took it, or something. Maybe she saw me take away the body, but she won't believe me. Every time I go near, she tries to kill me. That's valuable retail space over there.
Tell me what you know about her baby.
Her baby? Not much. It's in one of the plots there, I'm sure. You can find it if you look. It was a long time ago. I don't even remember what its name was. But it was short, I know that. Definitely less than 3 words. But... sorry, that's really
less than 3 words.
Anything else you want to know about the ghosts?
Usually 1 word is the name of the baby. Still merchant by.
Well, that makes things easier on me, for sure. Now I can start selling those old plots again. Next time I'll just throw the bones in the river and be done with it. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Oh, well, if you do find one, put it back in the ground. That's when you'll get your money. Is there anything else? Well...
level up. Balanced. Alright, I don't think there's any point in putting points in chi damage, paralyzing palm. I'm just going to switch back and forth. Might as well max this one out. So we're going to use it a lot whenever we're fighting undead. Alright, see what's going on with that dude's wife while we're here. Actually, while we're here, we need to go back to the main base and go do these configuration things. Wasn't there supposed to be somebody in the necropolis? Fading Moon's Beauty. Yeah, I didn't see Fading Moon anywhere in Necropolis unless she was in the assassin area. There was that person right at the front of the assassin area. I just assumed it was one of the assassins.
Yes, what can... Yeah. Son!
Yeah, I thought so. It's weird that they gave us another configuration that was basically the same thing as what we did before. This horse one's like identical. Unless they give you 2 copies of that, but tiger feeds on the son of the cow. All but the cogs are watching, being inactive. Yeah. It's a different description than the I'm pretty sure it's a different description than the one I did before, but same configuration. Oh well. Tiger, dragon, lightning, and cogs. Come on. Come on. Come on. It always takes so long for these things to activate. The quieted mind. Successful configuration allows furnace has taught you to enter a state of legends called the quieted mind. Meditative combat technique provides incredible focus. Yeah, just use whatever is available. Princess is the latest one that joined us, so it's like, alright, I'm gonna throw the princess in there. They're all pretty much meh. I mean, they're gonna like keep the one that's the worst one is probably the dude who just the drunken fist master, because it just gives you like a new technique which is all but useless anyways. Plus you have to like constantly like pick up drinks on the ground in order to use it. So I mean, the girl has at least some sort of like, you know, yin yang kind of thing going on. I'm assuming there's gonna be some sort of third form. Maybe you have to use both of these forms and then suddenly like maybe they merge together and get a third form, but I haven't really bothered doing that.
You must go to the Everything is in place. I'll have my evidence against Death's Hand soon enough. Oh, and you'll have access to your Master Li as well. I don't want you to think I have forgotten your needs.
My needs? What needs are those? It's still weird they gave us 2 copies of the same configuration for this thing. Not sure if there's a bug or if they actually do have multiple copies of these configurations. This is identical as the one I did before. So I'm misreading it, but it's the tiger, feeds on the stone of the cow. All but the cogs are watching. Yeah, it's the exact same thing. Yeah. It will.
A most intriguing place. Well, given the rather you found one previously in an unrelated endeavor. I'm afraid that is just the kind of continued Very Yes, yes. Yeah. No, I have not had any new insights.
I'm assuming we've got all the configurations we have access to right now.
Is just to keep your eyes open. I don't know. Maybe have a look at this note. I copied some scrawled words from a post near the furnace controls. Right.
Describe post carvings. Most scribbled by King after each describe the carvings in the post near the controls. Lord Lao's furnace suggests that one of the machine's configurations is in a garden of ineffectual intellectuals. And I've already been to the Scholar's Garden thing. I'm assuming I must have found one there.
Yes, yes. What can I do for you? Yeah. No. I think I'm out of scraps and notes. Still, something about the movement of the furnace prompted me to scratch this down. Off you.
Interpreted furnace movements. Fortress in the dark-handed ones. All right, so there's going to be one in the Lotus Assassin's Fortress.
Yeah. Yes, yes. No. I passed along what knowledge I have. If... Right.
It's going good, Mr. J. How's it going? Alright, let's go see if we can find this lady. Said it was a house near the Black Leopard School. It was the Smith's house. Brick grinding before streaming. Very fun. Oh yeah, Jade Empire is great. It's one of those games that definitely needs a sequel or something like that. Not that we're ever going to see a sequel of this, but would be nice. Everybody always talks about KOTOR, but nobody ever talks about Jade Empire.
Ah, it's you. I wanted the chance to thank you again for what you have done for my daughter. She can live a full and healthy life now, one a father can
Who's
be
his daughter?
proud of. I thank you once more. I hope the heavens look kindly on you and give you a fate to be proud of.
Is that the girl that was like dying? But I thought that was the... Confused now. That wasn't the doctor, I don't think. No idea.
Hello again. What can I do for you today?
Tell me about yourself.
Not much to tell, really. I've been working with the school for almost 20 years, like my father did before me. When they asked me to work for the school exclusively, I accepted. I'd rather have a steady life making weapons by the bunch than doing special orders all the time. And every once in a while, I get to make something unique. The masters have some amazing scrolls describing weapons I never even knew existed.
We with the Black Leopard School.
Well,
yeah, little shih tzus everywhere.
Best of its kind in all the Empire, or at least that's what I'm told. Of course, it's seen better days. But now that you've dealt with Smiling Hawk, maybe they can get back to the way they once were. I'm sure Kai will make an excellent master. Suit yourself.
So there is this guy's wife's house. He said it was near the Black Leopard School. Renfang, that's it. I mean, it's a very quaint house, I guess.
Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
Forgive the interruption. Are you Renfang?
Yes. Yes, I am. How do you know my name? Have we met?
Your husband wants me to kill you. Tell me about how your husband died.
It should never have happened. I was preparing dinner for him, as I normally did, but it burned, so I went and bought some food already prepared. It was the salmon. I knew it smelled odd when I bought it, but the price was right, and I needed it in a hurry, and I'm so ashamed.
You did kill him. It's not your fault.
Yes, it is. No matter what you say, I will live the rest of my life with this guilt.
Yeah, you'll live the rest of your life, all right.
What pains me more is that his
What's the guy
spirit
doing?
cannot rest. I have tried to visit his grave, but his madness knows no bounds. He seeks to drive me away at all costs. I think he might even try to kill me.
I think that's a fair guess.
His hatred is unreasoning, but understandable. He has never been able to listen long enough to have me explain what happened. It must be dreadful for him.
I'm going to kill you now. It would be better if I put him to rest.
I don't know. If there was some way for you to give him peace, then yes, I think that could help. I can't bear to see him remain this way.
Come with me to explain it to him.
Yes, if we went together, he might listen. Can we go now, then, to see him?
Let's go now. Here's your wife. Bye.
You? You're back to gloat over this victory of yours, Harpy? Causing my torment and death, is that satisfying to you?
It's bad fish that killed you, not her. This is my last save. I don't think my charm is that high.
How can you
Guess it's high enough.
certain? How can you believe her after you know what she's done to me?
Because he believes me. He has seen me at our home mourning for you still. Not a day has gone by where I didn't cry over your death. It almost makes me wish you'd have your wish, just so I could be with you again.
Feng, you really do care. Then all this time, my cursing, it was wrong.
Is the trainer from the intro? Which one? Smiling Mountain? Forgive her.
You killed me, but I see now in those eyes I fell in love with that you didn't mean to and that it pains you greatly.
Yeah. Nothing as weird as that.
I forgive you, Feng.
Thank you for what you have done, for both of us. In time, I hope I can repay you your kindness.
Open palm, let's go. So I don't know if I'm maxed out or if it's like at least 1 pixel between the edge of that arrow and the top of the bar. I know, right? Well, she's about to it's like, yeah, you know, I'm willing to sacrifice myself. Like, yeah, you don't really have to. Just kill him, you know. Alright. So it was like less than 3 words, but assuming he meant 3 letters.
Please, bring me my baby!
How did we actually bring her baby? Haven't gone this way yet.
This site was to be my father's tomb. I doubt he knows what use Death's Hand has put it to.
Unfinished bridge. So I'm assuming this is the way to the assassins.
Wait! I couldn't just wait with the others. I'd have worn a trench with my pacing if I didn't talk to you. If anyone can deal with their kind, it's you. But that doesn't mean I could let you go in there without speaking up. Just be careful while you're in there, and don't let them get to you. Remember why you're going in, and get out as soon as you can.
Appreciate the advice.
I don't know if it was good advice particularly, but I needed to say it. My gut tells me that things won't go smoothly in there. Zoo's sudden disappearance has me worried. I was beginning to think we could trust the man, but the assassins can be most persuasive. Who's to say Zoo isn't preparing a trap for you to earn back favor with his old brethren?
Come to trust Sue. He won't betray me.
I hope for everyone's sake that you are right. Hopefully my instinct is wrong. Regardless, I've said my piece. Come back safe. We wouldn't want to miss our audience with the Emperor.
Alright, so I guess the other path, the other place which I thought was the assassin's place, that's probably Jade Moon or whatever the other... So I don't know what to do with this baby thing, though.
Have you found my baby? Have you seen him?
Baby's dead, Miss Chan.
No. can't... I refuse to believe it. My darling, precious little boy. He can't be dead. Not now. Not like this. He must be out there. I must see him with my own eyes.
Can I prove to you that he's dead?
I can't believe anything you say. Words lie. People lie. I must see him with my own eyes. If he were dead, he would be here in my family plot with my other relatives. If your lies are true, then Shen, that murdering monster, would have buried him here. All my family is here. But I don't know these names. I don't know my baby's name. My
Great
family
mother.
would have named him after I passed beyond. Shen must know, or there must be some way to find him. I remember so little since I passed away.
You can tell me about your baby.
He was my darling child. My only son. I had planned to name him... I don't remember what it was. So much of the past is unclear to me.
How about we don't use the power of elimination?
There was an... aunt?
Was
An
it
uncle?
Yun Do or whatever?
Was it his father? I don't remember it any clearer than that. Every time I try to grasp it, it slips away.
That looks your baby.
Please find my baby and return him to me.
It was like Shen Tuo in honor of his uncle Tuo Day. Most likely it. The other guy mentioned it was like less than 3 words, so... And Lee was named after a strategist, so... So Tuo. Of course, we could use process elimination. I imagine she would know her other babies' names. Nope, I'm trying to talk to her. She go. Get back here, lady.
Are you sure? I know I wouldn't be able to stand it if I was separated from him again. Please don't let this madness consume me. Are you sure it is the right grave?
Yes, I'll show you.
I cannot read. Which one is he?
Zim Chanto.
This is him! My poor darling. Chantu. He is truly dead after all. I could not bring myself to believe it.
Sure can't stand it, yeah.
Dead before his time. He rests here near my own body. My darling, darling boy. I come to you now.
Yeah, it's still going up. That was like a pixel away from the top. Now I'm like pretty much right at the top. So maybe it has one more pixel to go, or maybe it goes all the way to like above the bar. Gonna max out her reputation. Super open palm. Alright, need to go this way here. It's probably the faded moon or whatever the hell we need to find. This was somebody at the end over there. I thought this was the Lotus Assassins, but
Dancing pretty lights. There's fire in the air and fire inside. They scream like music.
okay.
Scream like a demon when fading moon puts the light inside of you.
It's always harder when they're insane, I wager. Fading moon is a bounty on your head.
There's more than that on my head. There's a crown of flame that burns all the time, even when it gets tighter.
We need a straitjacket.
Like those maggot people leeching off the Empire until they burn. Stone and Mark! Longsword!
Jim Pure Flame. +3 mind, +3 spirit. It's not bad. No. That's open palm. Pretty good. Better than this Imperial Favor. Better than this. Oops. It is said in the journals of the lost monks of the Jinzi sect that there are spirits of every desire. By summoning that desire within themselves, men can commune with the spirit, summoning it to them. I can't imagine what kind of spirit must have been summoned by the dank of that mine. Darkness on all sides, only the sick flickering of that lamp. A great unknown fear welled up within me. Those ancient monks knew too much, I think. They communed with their own dark desires too often. In that place, I too faced my fears. Circumstance and research led me to that point, scarcely prepared me for what I faced. The dweller in the depths spoke to me. Seems like there's something behind this.
Legendary strike.
The grave-digging business sure is a killer. What do you need?
I killed everybody.
What? Well, that's a relief. Can't have her going off and trying to rip out my eyes or something every time I go around there. I need those eyes. Here's the reward I promised you. Now, if you find any more, remember, I'll pay good money for you to put them back down again. So get out there and get some ghosts. Venerated ancestors. Anything else you want to know about the ghosts? Good riddance. Hells, it was probably his old lady that offed him in the first place, and for good reason too, I bet. It's all just business to me, you understand. Here's the reward I promised you. You know, you've done a lot of good here in the necropolis. You've managed to clear out pretty much all of the really troublesome spirits here. One spirit didn't stay here at all, though. Took up his body and left. Moved in with his son, I heard, and the son isn't pleased. He even asked me for a refund. Now that was an expensive burial. I can't give refunds like that. It's bad for business, too, having my customers getting up and walking away. That's where you come in. I need you to go to the tanners in the city core and put his father back in his grave once and for all. It's Tanner Farm.
Tanner?
There'll be an extra big reward for that one. Is there anything else you need right now? Well, you know...
Tanner? I don't remember seeing a Tanner anywhere in town, but probably only shows up once he gives you the quest. Let's get it done. Assuming in the market square. Over here, we gotta go turn that bounty.
Always a pleasure. Yes, I heard that Fading Moon's arsons had ended. Excellent work. Burning the poor is troubling after a fashion, but the scholars and merchants? That was her mistake.
Wars deserve your protection too.
Yes, of course they do. And they shall have exactly as much protection as they can afford to contribute to the taxes. Here's your bounty, as we negotiated earlier. Well, that brings an end to our pursuit of two fiends. A shame I don't have more work for someone with your skills. Of course.
Still shows up as a quest marker.
Always a pleasure.
Have any information about the criminal hunted by the assassins?
I know little more than what the Honorable Lotus Assassin presented. Some treasonous southerner has been undermining the Ministry of Harmony.
I'd like to turn in the bounty.
Deaths.
Is there a bounty on the scourge to the south?
Not as such. The Lotus Assassins want to deal with this traitor personally. I don't envy anyone who has attracted that kind of attention.
What's the news if the assassins are worried?
The Lotus Assassins are never worried. Their control, their protection, I should say, of the Empire is absolute. What could threaten them?
Sounds like you're angling for a quick promotion.
I would like to advance, but I'm not angling. I simply accept that the Lotus Assassins are the true power in the Empire, and I support them.
For being told the whole story, could this criminal be justified in their actions?
There is no such thing. If the Lotus Assassins have identified a treasonous criminal, you can be assured that person is guilty of something, or will be soon. A good name, is it not? Drives fear into the commoners. Yes, that miscreant will be turned in soon enough. And pity the scourge that shows up in my city. This is the market district. The Black Lip... Of course not. I'm on duty here. Of course.
That's weird. He still shows up as a quest marker.
Bounty hunter to have dealt
That's
with
why.
2 cases in so little time. Your work is not done, though. There is another in this city with a price on her head. A richer price than those 2. Her name is Aishi the Mournful Blade, and you can find
Aishi.
her at the Black Leopard School.
Who's this Aishi accused of?
She is accused of most crimes, and several had to be invented to account for her actions. She is a terror upon the face of the Empire. Murder, theft, and worse, yet never a smile or a hint of revelry in what she did. That is why she is known as Aishi the Mournful Blade.
I know where the criminal can be found.
I watched her walk into this city, and now I tell you, there's no mystery in this.
Why are you telling me this?
Because I want you to know. My role in this matter is of no concern to you. I am simply an old man who sees a chance for some good to come from bad.
Thank you for the information. You can go.
You shouldn't let a criminal run free. Something tells me that there's more to this story than this man's telling us, though.
When you reach her, you should ask her for her story. She has a most interesting tale to share.
Most interesting tale. Alright, where's this Tanner dude? I have a loading screen, had a loading screen. It's gonna load again because I'm like moving past this spot here. It's gonna load right about now. No? Alright. Is Tanner anywhere? Tanner. No Tanners around here. Doesn't say where the house has them. Invaded the family home. Where the hell's this home?
Hello again.
Don't know. Leftover pizza. That's what I'm going to be eating today. Leftover pizza. Yeah, I think they would have gotten rid of the corpse by now. Just leave it there for a, as a reminder. This Whispering Willow, that's the...
It's about time somebody dealt with that rogue Smiling Hawk. Of course, now I have to clean up the mess you 2 made.
I mean, he's been rotting there for the last week. Gonna cook him or something? Where is this Aisha lady?
You're welcome to visit the school and spar with us whenever you like. The students need someone like you to knock some sense into them from time to time. And I should get back to the students.
Heading out in Master Hawk's room? No. I was gonna say, he knocked a hole through the wall last time. We ever explored this room, and it doesn't seem like there's anything in there anyways. The Black Leopard School. That's where I am. I wonder if there's something that only would have occurred if we didn't do this stuff here.
Out! I'm glad Master Smiling Hawk. It is a shame that blood was shed, but the school is better off without Smiling Hawk.
This guy knows about her?
I'm not really surprised that you defeated... As you wish.
Yeah, there's nobody here, so... Dude, no. Because that quest isn't getting done. Yeah, maybe we, like, soft-locked the quest once we did the other quest in this area. Oh. Or maybe somebody over here.
My name is Aishi, the Mournful Blade. And if you are another hunter come to claim my head, I suggest you turn around and walk away. That one didn't listen to me. I hope you have more sense.
He's just sleeping. Old man told me you had a story to tell.
I have a tale to finish. I see no need to tell it to anyone but myself. Stranger, if you continue to talk to me, I will stand up and face you. If that happens, our meeting will end with one of our deaths.
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
So be it. You're not what I expected. Harmony surrounds you and flows out into the world as you pass. I have a story I would share willingly with you if you would hear it.
I thought one of us would die. Let's hear this tale of yours.
Do you know anything of me? Anything of the terror that is Aishi, the Mournful Blade?
Why don't you tell me in your own words?
In my years in this empire, I have been a wanted criminal, a bandit, a
Same
murderer,
here.
and worse. I have burned entire towns to the ground to avenge some petty
Me
dispute
too.
between lords and led men to slaughter peasants by the score for their meager possessions. It is all too easy to lose your conscience once you have denied it. I was not always like this, but I remember all too well how my descent began.
What happened?
My father died when I was still a girl, and with him gone I felt no sense of direction. I had no other family to turn to, and so I was alone. I met a boy. He was a natural leader. He had drive and direction. I was in love. He used to enjoy tormenting the children of our village, and I thought it was all fun. Then, one day...
Go on, what happened?
He pushed a young boy into the river outside of town. It was fast-moving and would have swept the child away, but he managed to grab hold of a rock.
It's terrible. Why would you do such a thing?
Why, indeed. In the intervening years, I've come to believe that it was more than simple horseplay. There was a gleam in my young man's eye that I cannot forget. The child screamed for help. His cries were shrill with terror, for he could not swim. I moved to help him, but I felt a hand on my arm. The boy I loved turned to me and said, "If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we have done. We have to let him go." Something in his voice. I believed him.
What happened to the child?
That poor child was swept away in the current and was found dead downriver days later. We never told anyone what we had done, but I could never forget. If we help him, he'll only tell the others what we've done. We have to let him go. Simple words, but they still echo in my head even now. Nights are worse. I can't sleep for the screams of that boy as he washed away. I still hear them to this day.
Who was this boy that stopped you?
I have followed his life since that day, as I descended into my world and he climbed the ranks in the Imperial Army. That is why I have come here now. I am tired of my life, but at least I have lived it. He deserved to live as I did, but has never felt a moment's remorse for his part in that day. If you came here because of the rich reward on my head, you may even know him. Captain Sin of the Imperial Army is my
Captain Sin.
I must make him pay for that boy's life.
Powerful man. How do you plan to attack him?
Until now, I wasn't sure how I would approach him, but you may have provided the answer. If you help me, I know how I can reach Sin. You need merely to escort me to his station by the gate. A subdued prisoner could get close enough to deal with Sin. Once I have dealt with him, you shall have your bounty. I couldn't let you be implicated in my final murder.
What do you care about this? Aren't you a heartless criminal?
They do not call me the Mournful Blade because I enjoy what I do. Years of remembering the first time I let it go have caused me to develop a conscience. Why else ask this boon of you? One last chance to do something right before one of the hunters finally catches me.
I'm gonna take you to Sen. We'll see how he reacts.
Let's go write an ending to my tale.
What is the meaning of this?
Hello, my love. Or should I call you by your rank now, Captain Sin? Surely it's been a very long time.
Aishi, what are you doing here? You're a wanted criminal. You can't be here.
So you do know each other.
It's time I paid for my crimes.
Well, it's good to see our new bounty hunter was able to bring you in. Frankly, Aishi, I thought you'd fight to the death. You were this weak when...
No, I was weak. Otherwise, I would have ignored you by the river. I'm going to pay for my crimes, but there's one thing I have to do first. I have to kill you.
What? No! Guards!
Your men will be dead before they can get within 3 paces of me, Captain. Don't order them to their deaths. I already owe you 1 lifetime of pain. Do not bring more than that upon yourself.
She's mad! She means to kill me! You, protect me. I'll double the bounty.
To help you only tell the others what I've done. I have to let you go. Great.
Damn you both! You're both going to waste away between worlds! I'll make sure the underworld won't take your rotting corpses!
Sin is dead. Dead like that poor boy we let wash away. I should have made him suffer more. Stranger, I cannot thank you enough. I have touched 1,000 lives with my crimes, and yet now I feel some peace. It is time my story ended. I have only one more favor to ask. Face me now and grant me an honor... No, there is no honor left for me. Just grant me an end.
Just walk away. You deserve your peace.
You can't be the one to let Aishi the Mournful Blade walk free. That would cast undeserved suspicion upon you, and that crime I will not commit. Face me, and let this battle be glorious enough that the city will talk of it for generations.
Stone Immortal! Longsword!
I don't know about glorious, considering she didn't die in like a couple seconds. You remember that one time that one person just absolutely like massacred that other person in like 5 seconds? Yeah, that was a thing. Gotta tell our children's children about that day.
I expect Captain Sen's death will haunt us with paperwork for months.
Captain Sin has made his share of enemies over the years, but Aishi the Mournful Blade is a foe you could be proud of.
Still have this Tanner thing. Gotta find.
I hoped it would end this way. She may have found some peace. Here, take this. It's something Aishi would have wanted you to have, I think. I hate for a good deed to go unrewarded.
Good deeds are their own reward.
Ha! There's little reward in a good deed, and just the opposite for those who walk the low path. I know that better than most. Aishi the Mournful Blade was my daughter.
What? Why'd she tell me she was in the Imperial City?
My daughter's life was nothing but pain. Her crimes were a way to forget for a while. I think she must have found some peace now.
He's a good ghost.
Finally rest. It has been too long since I turned away from the Water Dragon's embrace.
Turned away. Wait, you're dead.
You couldn't tell? A spirit monk? Ah, but you are not fully trained, and I have refused to let any part of myself slip away.
How do you know about my heritage?
One of your kind came for me many years ago. I told her that I wanted to see my daughter grow up, and she allowed me to stay. Your kind were shepherds of the dead, but that never meant you were heartless. She said one day another of her order would come for me. Ironic, really. I died before the gates to the underworld closed, but I couldn't let go of my daughter. I worried for her, and rightly so, but I think she will find peace now. Every ghost slips into madness over time, but some of us have a reason not to. We can fight back the longing and despair for a time.
What will you do next?
I will wait. What choice do I have? I know the underworld is cut off, but I must try to fight through the despair and anger. I have some idea of what you face. Take my best wishes as you try to set things right. I have waited for more than 2 decades. I can wait a bit more, and now I have a reason to smile.
Hey Squares, how's it going? Gem of Unity, $2,500. That's pretty good. Body 3, mind 3, spirit 3. Let's replace this Imperial favor, I guess. Okay. Remember when Bioware was cool? Yeah. Remember when Bioware RPGs were actually good? Yeah. Fortunately, Bioware is definitely a shell of its former self now. Maybe the next Mass Effect will be good, but I'm not holding my breath. Terrible news. Alright, where's this Tanner? Maybe he's over here. In this spot that had nothing before. Oh yeah, yeah. Dragon Age Velgard. Probably because it didn't make like $1 billion like they expect anything to make, I guess. Like, alright, let's just fire everybody. That's a good way of, making more money. Good way to, have improve morale, just fire everyone. Alright guys, we've got working on the next game now. Yeah. Yeah, what do they expect, right? Would be in the arena, would he? Where is this Tanner? Why is this game selling as well as Fortnite? Well, it's not like Fortnite sells anything. Why isn't this game selling as much as, like, God of War or whatever? Yeah, I know, right?
Sipa sair ki unir, kwanur kshinro ni sipa.
Hey, Tanner Fung.
Owo sair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shafir owo.
Give it to Shen told me about him.
Owo sair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shafir owo. Owo sair uyukap tantharundano, wo tarwair shafir owo.
Wowo sun ponono, yapapap nasia uir sair uth.
You're dead and you just don't know it.
Sair yakowak, kokonato sir ipanoneniko. Wotowir ukawana ir usoanata hoki. Niato nonapadi irovir.
This house is like one room. This is a shack. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, game dev would be like the worst job to have. Like if you're like an indie developer, I mean it's just you just have to strike lightning, you know, you hope lightning strikes and you make it big with a game. If you're like if you do it in like any sort of major like publisher, then you know, job security is like non-existent. Yeah, it's that industry for sure. Look at the BMW car factory. Put the turn signals in the car. Nobody uses it, yeah. This car is like 50 years old, but this signaling stick is perfectly brand new. It's pristine. Are you saying you're not dead?
Can't you
O no you wakits osa irako wa shosi. O ke fakarea ni o koristroipa. Ikirnik tine piru o iferek uk son puno. Niato nanapadi irovir. Koni uk nawata ir.
Really? How? Everyone says you're dead.
Wo anania ifewir uk sonorok noka uk snapir. Konir fuk no sankut na no wana nyapir. Isana yoyo. Tasir sir tintu. Funye wo wosi ye wo tahufu.
Your son already took everything.
Ikirnik tine piru. Wo iferek uk son puno.
Yeah, probably the Mass Effect games. Yeah. Yeah, number 3 was kind of like... That was a shit show when it first launched. And they had to, like, release a patch to give you the complete game, because it was, like, kind of unfinished. Agreed, let's go talk to your son.
Wo afawir sun urk fonir uk. Uksir safit kup wo sarkir.
You buried him alive.
Ak nukwair to ak ithruir nuka pifu taptuir quair fenurt.
O ke fakarea ni o koristroipa.
Koniak anatir ud quair washun. Ok yo will rufir ni sair shenefushpa, sair renkipa, sair thinopi wuwuth, sair wanson.
Wendell Fong, we're leaving. He's not dead, you tried to kill him.
Ak we will ofir, san kasawir wo see you tana.
O kirwir. No fantayana ukon ni pinatawa.
Dragon Age 2. No, Dragon Age 1 and 2 were... Well, 1 was fantastic, of course. Dragon Age 2 was... eh. Then yeah, Dragon Age just kind of went downhill after that. Forever.
Wo afawir sun urk fonir uk. Uxier sa fit kup kup wosarkir.
Qua air, ki yer io ne wosahir brante.
Other Fong, maybe you should talk to your son more. Other younger Fong was just trying to support you.
Ono you will rapir. Sakwanu yawunir.
You should respect your elders in all things.
Qua air, ki yer io ne wosahir brante.
Repeated environments, yeah.
Irkana. O nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro.
Ono you will napair. Wo choir shapshir fan onu you sair ikupan.
You should put the past behind you.
Ono you sair. Akanto kithi.
Tawe ir koana ir suni ir ipoki.
Japanese gaming teams, yeah, but Japan has a totally different culture, though. Like, in terms of, like, you know... Like, they tend to keep their developers because that's just what's expected in Japan. Like, it's the whole pride thing, I guess. Yeah. Totally a different culture for sure. Well, of course, North America is just like, you know, it's all about money. That's all it is. Just money. Doesn't matter if you're like the best damn developer.
Wo kausoir no ka wowo tarwail shaksiro pifu.
Yeah, pretty much. But it makes me wonder, like, how much money the developers in Japan make. Like I imagine North America in general, they probably make a lot more, but obviously, you know, job security is like non-existent. In Japan, they probably make less, but they're like, you know, it's like a life gig.
Irkana. O nikasuri kwana no kasa iriro.
$500. That's working the original Donkey Kong, yeah, pretty much. Alright, trying to shin, and that's basically it. We can move on to the actual main story. Game development here pays way less than similar traditional programming job, yeah. I'm sure it probably does, but it's also one of those things, it's just... Like, if you're a programmer, like, generally, as just like, it's like, man, it'd be cool to program a game, right? Versus, like, a piece of software, like... that sounds like... Doesn't sound like an exciting thing, right? Like, yeah, you go to program databases versus, hey, you get to program this awesome game that it's going to be like remembered for generations, right? It's just... But yeah, definitely no money in it compared to a lot of other things.
Business sure is a killer. What do you need?
Other Tanner Fong wasn't dead.
Of course he was dead. The family wouldn't exactly have given me a live man to bury, now would they? That would be unprofessional. Can't have stuff like that getting around.
Zelda versus a banking website, yeah.
With the problem, though?
Other Tanner's Fong's family has taken him back.
Well, that's good, I guess. As long as I'm not giving any refunds, of course. Here's what I promised you. Business has been more lively lately with you around. A little gravedigger humor there, see? Lively? I'm good.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's why, like, AAA releases, you're just a cog in the machine. something like an indie game that suddenly takes off, you know, then you're known. But of course, getting an indie game to take off is like it's like lightning striking. Like it's very unlikely for that to happen.
Not at the moment, no. As for later, who knows? You never can tell with life. Or death.
To being a streamer? Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get some games that are just like, it's like, okay, this is an okay game, but it's not like mind-blowing, but it's just, I don't know, it just takes off because everybody starts talking about it and everybody like, hey, and everybody picks it up and it's like this is the best thing of all time. And it's just like, it's okay. I'm sure there's definitely other ones out there that have a similar systems, but oh, I guess we maxed out. We must be maxed out now because like whole background's gone. We're like heaven, ultimate open palm. You know, stuff like Balatro. I mean, pretty simple game in terms of like of design and stuff like that. And somehow there's like this massive game now, but it's, you know, it's nothing amazing in terms of like design and stuff. It's just it's okay. It's a fun game to play, but it's not like the be all and end all of games. You know what I mean?
Legendary strike.
Focus.
You can't match me.
It's just like you just guard forever. You know, that's fair. Still find that so stupid that you can like block from, be able to block from behind. You shouldn't have like 360 like degree blocking with your attacks. Seems like Signalis and Tunic don't get that attention. Yeah, that's the thing, right? It's all like you always have like that indie kind of darling that just gets big. Oh yeah, Stardew Valley, I mean, that one deserved it. So that game also like how much extra stuff has come out for Stardew Valley. Like that game has been developed for a long time since. It's not like just they dropped it off and here you go. The game got big. Like they continue to support that thing for a very long time. It's still getting updates now, isn't it? So yeah, so Stardew Valley definitely gets all the props that it deserves. Daydreaming the ultimate bad RPG idea. You can unlimited run physical release at your quest. Yeah, good luck. Unless you have a lot of money to throw at it to publish it yourself.
This is an ancient repository of knowledge. It contains records of the Empire.
It's clear to me now that what manner of creatures these spirits are. It is also clear what their goals are. For all their lives portray them to be, the celestial bureaucracy is nothing more than the subjugation of men. by eternal beings of that court, the dwellers have shown me many things, many dark and terrible truths I could not have seen before, which are clear to me now. When I return, I know what they will say. The Emperor, the closest one to heaven, is their tool, their puppet. I know they will send him against me, fearing the power of my knowledge. Oh yes, I know. They will burn my works, but I must make copies. As the dwellers said, spreading my dark knowledge far enough that it will never be destroyed. Remember this, reader. To a spirit, any spirit, life of a human is worthless. We are tools and toys for their amusement alone. Gonna start online clone? I doubt it. Problem with any of those kind of games is you need. It's not like a single player game where you need to have, just people play it by themselves, right? Any game that requires multiplayer, unless you have a thriving multiplayer community playing it, that game is just gonna fall hard. So anything that's like an online only kind of game or mostly online game is really not gonna survive. I'd say like 99% of those fail. So the odds of getting that 1% is very, very hard. Well, good thing I never go for good endings. Placing the token from Lotus Assassin Recruiter in the recessed portion of the blessing board causes a barely audible click. A tomb opens.
Ah,
Another
I was
fishing
told
game.
to expect a new recruit, and you fit the description. Well done braving the necropolis. A troublesome walk, but it weeds out the weak. I am the Watcher, and this is the fortress of the Lotus Assassins. It was built amid the graves of 1,000 generations, the tomb of the Emperor at its core. Come, I will show you to the Hall of Induction. If you have servants, they will be allowed to accompany you, but you are responsible for their actions.
Yeah.
Formed from the defunct Order of the Lotus Assassins are an extension of the Emperor, as dictated by Death's Hand, and implemented by Grand Inquisitor Gia. Thanks to her direction, we are becoming the face of power in the Empire. The Imperial Army will soon be stationed only at taverns and fish markets. The great Golem army constructed here will spread across the Empire. Our masters will be all-powerful. You will assist if you survive. Weak recruits die quickly. Master Gang is one of our trainers. He will be your master as you seek to become an assassin. He is harsh, but his knowledge will be invaluable to you. You will find him at the opposite end of the Hall of Induction, near the entrance to the central chambers. Do not keep him waiting.
It's Mark Muir, male shepherd. Oh yeah. Yeah, it does kind of sound like him. Definitely hear the shepherd in his voice.
What would you like to know?
Tell me about the leaders of the Lotus Assassins.
Death's Hand is the one who brings us the will of the Emperor, but Grand Inquisitor Gia rules in his absence.
My Commander Shepard, and I approve this, or this is my favorite story in the Sentinel, or whatever. Tell me about Death's Hand.
Death's Hand rules us all. We obey him in all things, for he is the will of the Emperor. There is no more to tell. Our lives are his.
Tell me Grand Inquisitor Gia.
Grand Inquisitor Gia is the foremost acolyte of Death's Hand. She was one of the first converted from the old Order of the Lotus, and she is fearsome in her power. You would be wise to never even give the appearance of challenging her. She takes offense easily, and even masters have been killed for displeasing her.
Yeah, but that was through like a voice changer thing. Yeah, that's the ogre that the farmer That was like a farmer and he killed the cow that he was playing with or whatever. The ox. We're gonna find Grand Inquisitor Geo.
She is not found by just anyone. Excel in your tasks, and perhaps you will be blessed with her attention. Fail, and you will be cursed with it. Go to your teacher, Acolyte. Do not keep him waiting. The far end of the hall, at the entrance to the central chambers.
Find Master Gong. Once we are close enough to the heart of the assassins, we can prove Death's Hand is behind this golem army.
Where's Gem of Forethought?
Is there something you need? If not, we should concentrate on getting the information I require from the Lotus Assassins. I hate the Assassins. Can't they see the strings that pull at them? They are unquestioning and even believe they do my father's bidding by following Death's Hand. I will expose all of this. Do everything your masters ask of you and they will take us into the inner chambers. Then we can prove all of this to my father.
Awuka inir, wo afawafi, ithaturo turo uk.
You're gonna beat me up.
Uk niknak e karik no yok, wo knik fetai ye.
With the rise of the golems, we acolytes have fewer opportunities to serve. You are unwelcome.
Please seek to serve the Lotus Assassins. Let me pass.
Awuka inir. We
are losing status to the Golem army, and you want to take more attention away from us? I think you need to prove your worth.
Do you think yourself worthy of making such a demand? What proof are you worthy of?
Wuwir aki thitahirir koni afafatir?
Not says one more like this. I'm an accepted recruit.
Tauru suir tata siir uyu. Pearson siir no kubkitir sun urk.
Yeah, it's great.
Okiruk fir nir nikir pra.
More blood to stain my hands. A badge of honor.
Legendary strike. Longsword.
Next.
Wo ofno aknati nir sasi ir yawak orui.
Yeah, you flee.
So, there is no discouraging you. You have come to the heart of the Assassins, and you already have enemies. Are you certain you are ready for what you will learn here? I don't think the choice is yours anymore. This is my realm, where my demons hide. You will be forced to see them. You have shown little interest in my warnings, but now you will see.
Setter Yuanzu.
Whose side is worthy of having me? Is your motivation so clear now that you walk these halls? Go. Your new master is waiting. Secure a place near the heart of the Assassins, and you will be near your goal. Grand Inquisitor Xia is key.
Be careful of him. I never believed he was on our side.
Golems. Mold Master.
What is this? Another acolyte feeling their way around in the dark?
It takes some time for their eyes and skin to adjust. For the first few weeks, they're as easy to kill as newborn kittens.
What do you want, acolyte? We've done our work for the day and don't want to be disturbed. Unless the press is broken, leave us.
What's your purpose here?
We keep the Golem Press functioning. Without us, the machines could not keep up the ambitious pace that Grand Inquisitor Gia has set.
It takes 2 minds, 2 pairs of hands to control the inner structures of the press. You fools just see the controls. Inside the machines, it is impossibly complex.
Tell me about the Golden Press.
You would not understand the complex balance of gears and sorcery that makes it function. Even flyers are simpler creations.
Who built the press?
By the will of the Emperor, Death's Hand had it created.
With parts stolen from some great celestial furnace.
What?
That's nonsense. Not everything our craftsmen create is stolen or gifted from somewhere else. We have the capability on our own. Leave us, Acolyte.
So I'm guessing this is where I get another configuration.
You are falling behind, gang. Grand Inquisitor Gia is not happy, therefore I am not happy. If your work does not improve, I will have to stop taking credit for it. The latest battalion of golems stand idle because of you. If the production of the Jade Golem is delayed again, perhaps your soul will fuel our next attempt. I trust I have made myself clear.
Yes, Master Shin.
I thought so. Do not let anything delay you further. It would be a shame to once more remind Grand Inquisitor Gia how incompetent you are. Yes, an absolute shame.
What do you want? So help me, if you're just some wandering slave, I'll have you butchered to color the clay golems. Wait, no. You are the one I was told to expect. A new recruit. As if I don't have enough trouble watching over the other fools in my care.
I'll endeavor to serve as best I can.
Your best is no longer the limit of what we expect, despite what you have achieved elsewhere. You will be reconstructed into the perfect obedient slave. If you survive, then you will be an assassin. For now, you are a Lotus Acolyte, and your life expectancy is not long. Follow me down to the central chambers when you are ready to begin your indoctrination. Do not keep me waiting. A battalion of golems stand idle.
Ukia kupa bithitia soki kustan fatiwe ia kune usote tateia?
Well, Silver, you're not above personal sales, are you?
Wonoa ia sususatia son sifonia sonsi ifok. Oifo ia uksonko mnoko isansia.
Name is Kia. I knew Kia Min once. Who's Kia Min?
Koni uk noea kup sa ia sisia su ukot.
Oh, she was one of the students in the beginning of the game. Maybe. No, maybe not. Last I saw of her, she was well.
Oifo ia uksonko mnoko isansia.
Yeah, she looks like a skeleton. I think it was this one. Care tied in very small knots.
Kuketita sumpono? Sathwa kawi ia ifiak? Ika kahia wo no kakikia ia wo shathia oka uki ia ayayuya wai. Ni wo sosawa ia wa tasi no ni nano yota.
Good. Close fist. Tuition, intimidation. Nothing good. Hall of Induction. Slap him in the ass.
Damn the heavens for the fools I lead. I am destined to suffer for their incompetence, and I have one man to blame for it. Shin. The old scorpion had one of his followers shatter a spirit shard during training. There are ghosts everywhere. I've lost 8 slaves and 3 acolytes to them. You, New Blood, get over there and occupy those ghosts until I can get real Lotus assassins to clean them up. Golem production cannot be delayed by this.
He has no confidence in you. He does not know your worth.
Go on. It's your first sacrifice for your new life. I'm sure it will be glorious.
Wo ifuir uk sunurk danowin na wafta tasiyeruk. On we pifir.
Good old Sith. Nothing? Probably. I took the open palm path, so I just have like normal complexion or whatever. I'm assuming if I went closed fist, I'd probably look closer to these guys. But I have like gray skin, typical KOTOR engine stuff. KOTOR loves that kind of stuff. Or BioWare. In your obedience to Death's Hand, do not neglect to heed the complex demands of our mistress Gia, second in glory only to the Death Hand himself. Her mistress demands all that her servants think clearly and competent and completely in all that they do. She expects all Lotus assassins exercise their minds as thoroughly as they suppress the impulses of their hearts. As Grand Inquisitor, Mistress Gia knows all things will happen within the fortress and without. Not even the deepest secrets of the most remote places in the Empire escape her knowledge. Mistress Gia demands that we will be cunning, ruthless, and complete in our loyalty to her master and ours, Death's Hand. To disrespect her is to disrespect the Empire, the Emperor, and Death's Hand himself. We have a lot of books here. Oh, configuration of the rabbit. Many acolytes misinterpret the tenets of the Lotus Assassin's Order. Simply stated, there are no tenets save one, obedience. Some believe we preach strength over all, but one must be strong to even be considered for recruitment. We are assassins, not monks. Our order does not teach as much as act. Leave the teachings to the scholars in their wasteful garden. Our mandate is to serve the will of the Emperor through Death's Hand and Grand Inquisitor Gia. Because they demand strength, we give them strength. Because they demand cunning, we give them cunning. Most of all, they demand obedience, so we'll give them obedience. To do otherwise would be to spit in the eyes of those who held our spirits in their hands. Acolytes may create philosophical justifications for the lives they have chosen. In the end, our master's wills are the only truth, and the only law that we serve. So your Project Red was like, great, let's use the Neverwinter Nights engine. Spyware, you guys know what they're doing. Yeah, pretty much, right? Yeah, here Witcher 1 is kind of jank. And they are making their remaster, so we'll finally have a Witcher 1 on consoles. Of all threats in young Jade Empire faced. The greatest was the barbarian warlord Zheng Sai. Titled the tree that defies the fire, Zheng Sai managed to organize barbaric horse lords an efficient and deadly machine of warfare, conquering much of the lands to the west and north of the Empire, or coming to bear on the borders of the Jade Empire itself. Zheng Sai, whose savagery denied even the great wall built to keep his people out, led his hungry, maddened people to attack their fledgling empire in a rabid attempt to destroy all that would come to her advanced and prosperous civilization. So vicious and deadly was Zheng Sai's attack that he roused the insular spirit monks from their temple in lands of the Howling Spears, come to the Empire's aid. Left unconquered by the devouring House Lord's army, the monks of Dirge stood alongside the Empire, and in a great battle recounted by sages, playwrights, and scholars known around the known world, laid waste to Zheng Sai and his ravenous army of wild bowmen. With the help of monks from the Dirge, the Empire finally burned down the tree that defies the fire, and our glorious land has never since faced so deadly a foe. I think I've read everything that can be read. So is that configuration we picked up? The rabbit. Still sucks that we got like a duplicate configuration. Connection between sort of lightning showed. Small stone with medical runes surrounding it seems to be the key component. Small stone with medical runes. I think I've seen anything like that. No, haven't seen that. Rest diagram shows a connection between some sort of lightning enshrouded globe held by a mechanical arm, which seems to be linked to a pagoda or primitive top machine belching smoke. Which in turn seems to be connected to a series of large gears. Diagram is a series of dragon etchings in the corner. Yeah, I just don't know what the fuel source would be on this one. So far, the three fuel sources I've seen was the cow bezoar, the sulfuric acid, and the nickel metal thingy. It doesn't seem to be any of them. I doubt this thing has any medical etchings. Yeah. I mean, it does say many seek them for their curative nature, so possibly it could be the cow bezoar. Small stone with medical runes surrounding it, so potentially cow bezoar could be the base fuel there for that one.
Greetings, young Lotus Acolyte. I am the Keeper of the Archive. What can this humble servant of the Order do for you?
How long have you kept your archive?
Our Order has existed for 20 years. I have
20.
chronicled our new role and rise to glory. Much is mundane, minor shifts in power, the results of various campaigns. True secrets are held only in the minds of Grand Inquisitor Gia and Death's Hand.
I want to ask what's in the archive.
I will answer within the limits of what someone of your ranking is permitted to know. Recent or old entries, you must give specifics.
Tell me about the leadership.
All you are allowed to know of your masters is that Death's Hand is the will of the Emperor, and Grand Inquisitor Gia rules this place for him. Obey their wishes when they are made apparent to you, or you will be destroyed. That is all an acolyte needs to understand. You may, however, ask about your Master Gong. He is not important enough to warrant secrecy.
Tell me, Master Gong.
A thoroughly average assassin relegated to indoctrinating acolytes due to his failure to demonstrate leadership qualities. He is not well liked. His mediocrity is magnified by the successes of Master Shin, an assassin who arrived at the same time and has catapulted through the ranks. Coincidentally, Master Shin is the one who personally documented many of Gong's failures. There is, of course, nothing strange about this.
Hey Hunter, how's it going? You guys not have Wonder posters? Well, the thing is, we haven't, none of the assassins who we've encountered have survived the encounter, so nobody knows what we look like. They just have vague, descriptions of us. Like, it was something like, a girl with, clad in head to foot in plum-colored garments. with long hair. That's the description they have, which I mean kind of matches ours, but it's one of those things like it's so generic, like they don't really know who they're looking for.
I will answer within the
Tell me about the time the Order was formed.
You are permitted to know that Death's Hand returned from Dirge as the Emperor's trusted confidant after all others around him proved to be traitors. After defeating the Drought, the Emperor was no longer a slave to the natural order of things. He needed utterly loyal disciples to replace and kill doubters. The Order of the Lotus was quickly transformed from its weak role under Prince Qin. Death's Hand was the new way, and those who disagreed were destroyed.
No one questioned such a brutal change.
All who did were killed, except one who first hid his doubt. On a mission to cleanse a traitor's family, he rejected Death's Hand and turned on his fellows. The bodies were unrecognizable. More have died to him over the years, but few remain who know his face. He was our most skilled, most vicious, and most hated.
What was this rogue assassin called?
His name is not spoken to the Acolytes. You must understand that to oppose Death's Hand is to lose all connection to your masters. Even if you live, you do not exist. There are few fates worse than being reduced to nothing. Lotus assassins can belong nowhere else. Service to Death's Hand is your life.
Well, the assassins might not have survived, but I'm sure they probably sent people like after the fact to gather like clues from like, you know, from other people that might have seen the events. It was just vague off-tellings. I'm sure they like, you know, they convinced them to tell them as much information as they could, right?
I will Slaves continue to be brought to the fortress from the wall and unimportant villages that have no voice to object. Our golem force continues to grow. Operations in Tien's Landing have temporarily halted, but we received glorious news that a hated enemy of the Emperor has been delivered to the palace. The accomplices who hid him were butchered, their pitiful village razed. We look forward to a day when all who oppose our masters are dealt with.
It'd be interesting if I had Dawnstar with me here. I would have like said something. Who was this enemy?
It is unimportant. All that matters is that he was caught. We don't need to know any more than that. It is a glorious validation of all that we do to serve our masters. Goodbye, Acolyte. Serve our masters well.
I would give anything to be able to serve.
Another of Gong's weakling acolytes headed to the slaughter. How many of the ghosts killed so far?
11, 12, does it matter? Worthless as one, worthless as a group.
Go on, then. Let's see how you fare. We'll need to sluice the blood out of there by the time they manage to destroy those ghosts. Go on. Go on.
What was the ghosts were behind here, but golden press room. There's a configuration in there, but I guess we need to do something else first. We'd be on our way out. Magical MacGuffin temporarily turned you another starting character. Yeah, I don't know. What will be the point of that, though? I mean, you basically learn all the abilities, like all the starting kind of moves and stuff you can learn later on. Like I know that like Leaping Tiger and Thousand Cuts were some of the starting stuff. So I've already learned all that stuff. Technically, I could be another character in terms of abilities. If I put all my points in magic and use those magical ones, I could basically be the magical one, right? Yeah, I mean, somebody like her kind of walking in here as an acolyte seems kind of suspicious. Let's be fair.
Legendary strike.
Rude. This is great. Any day now. Stay frozen way too fucking long. Yeah, when you get frozen in this, you just stay frozen for, like, ever. Soul extractor. So that's it. We just have to kill the ghosts.
So Gong has an acolyte who can fight.
Ghosts are mindless. I see no real skill in defeating them.
Uh-huh.
Yes, certainly. Against a real opponent, there would be no doubt of the outcome.
Slink back to Master Gong. We answer to Master Shin, and if you are lucky, this is the last time you will see us.
I'm sure it won't be. But I'm sure the next time will be the last time.
You live. And the ghosts are gone? Well, I did not expect this. It would seem that I have a competent acolyte for once. Interesting. Recruits are rarely of use before we strip them of their outside identities, but you beg a more interesting application. Could you be the one I have waited for?
Welcome to the compliment. I hope to serve you well.
Your duties would normally include a period of deprivation in a cell until every hint of self and identity was stripped away. It is a draining, brutal awakening. I need a favored protege, someone willing to risk everything in my service. I will preserve your intellect, allow your inventive mind to remain, in exchange for 2 tasks. One is your duty anyway. The other is something to secure your future at the heart of the Assassins. Lotus acolytes are utterly expendable. You deserve better.
That person back there. I'll serve as needed, Master Gang.
You must operate the soul extractor, past the room where you fought the ghosts. In the coming weeks, you will help swell the ranks of the Empire's glorious Golem army. Golems are fueled by the souls of the dead. The recently dead, it turns out, make far more obedient and powerful golems, especially if brutally killed. We no longer mind the necropolis for souls that linger near their resting place. We butcher slaves instead, and extract their souls into spirit shards. Tonight we require a shard of exceptional quality for a Jade Golem that will control the latest battalion of golems. You will oversee this in the extraction chamber.
What's the second task, Master Gang?
You clearly deserve better than the short life of the regular acolyte. Your ability surprised me. Use it to surprise the others as well. Help me gain the power to help you. Kill Master Shin, my superior.
Wish me to take the blame for such an act?
No. Losing an exceptionally talented servant like you is of no benefit to me, even if acolytes are expendable. They die often in the machinations between masters.
We are tools to be cast aside, but if it gets us closer to our goal, we need to do as he says.
The politics of the Lotus Assassin Order are complicated. It's all right if murder is suspected, so long as it appears deserved because of incompetence.
How do I go about doing that?
That is your task to figure out, Acolyte. This is a dangerous place. Find a way for him to have an accident that disgraces him. I, of course, must not be implicated. Talk to my acolytes at their stations in the Golem Press Room and the Soul Extractor. These are dangerous machines. Find a sharp corner Shin can crack his temple on. Return to me when you have an idea for an appropriate accident. I don't care what it is, as long as there is a corpse for me to gloat over in the end. Remember your tasks, Acolyte. Create a spirit shard in the extraction chamber for the Jade Golem, and find a creative way to kill and disgrace Master Shin. You can also seek training from Acolyte Trainer Guang. I'm sure you are her superior, but she might have something of use to you.
Trainer Guang.
An acolyte of Gong's, So am I. Let's identify what training you need by sparring for a short time. Let's keep it non-lethal for now. We find you have enough enemies in this place. We acolytes are utterly expendable.
Let's spar.
Remember, no killing blows. I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to practice those later.
Paralyzing palm! Legendary strike! Paralyzing palm! Legendary strike! Paralyzing palm!
I think I win.
Paralyzing palm! Legendary strike! Paralyzing palm! Legendary strike!
Tough battle. Phew.
Well, you would appear to have more than a passing knowledge of combat. I could almost see some kind of flaw, but I was clearly outclassed.
Yes, you were. I knew this acolyte was something special, but I didn't think my trainer would be made to look like a fool. You, New Blood, you will be the trainer now. When I am promoted, you will train all my acolytes. You, assist her, if you can even do that.
It would seem that you have taken over my duties. I will still serve as an advisor, as Master Gong ordered. There are techniques I can share.
You are the Dark Souls boss, yep. Well, just taking your position.
In truth, I did not like being a trainer. Life for any of Master Gong's acolytes is rough and short, but especially so for trainers. Master Shin sees to that. My duties, your duties now, include training Master Shin's personal entourage. In the past, if a trainer was too good, Shin had that trainer killed to keep Gong weak. I think one member of his entourage is a full Lotus assassin. I have survived by appearing unimportant and staying out of the fight between Gong and Shin.
Have access to Shin's personal entourage.
You are supposed to train the attendants in his entourage. Some need it, but if you seem too skilled, your next fight will be against the hidden Lotus assassin. Besides, it wouldn't weaken Shin for long. I suppose he would be alone and more vulnerable if he had to fight right away, but he will replace them in time.
Would there be an outcry if one of Shin's entourage died during training?
Accidents happen, and even the attendants in his entourage are just acolytes, and therefore are utterly expendable. There would not be much fuss. However, you would probably find yourself training the hidden Lotus assassin in the next bout. Any skilled acolytes under Gong are quickly disposed of.
I want to get rid of all of them. How many can I fight at once?
Are you mad? Well, it doesn't matter. You must train one at a time. If you seem to be too strong a target, I'm sure they will accommodate your death wish.
Training services can you provide?
I have learned a number of techniques.
Ice shard style. Now we can learn the ice style. I mean, at this point, it's like we want it or need it. It's 15 chi plus 5 focus. Done. These ones always have negative downsides, but grab the ice shard style and then we're never going to use it. Another jab and mastery would be nice. Oh, shit. I just realized, like, wait a second. That's the closed fist version. That was a waste of money.
How can I have...
Sell.
So, you are the new trainer. You think you have something to show us? Master Shin has us test each of Gong's trainers to make sure they're skilled.
But not too skilled. Am I your next student? I assure you, I am more than capable of defending myself. I was made an attendant because of my skills.
This should come some sort of arrangement.
You would think to persuade us to abandon Master Shin and join Gong's pathetic faction. Then you know nothing about how true acolytes are indoctrinated.
Our lives belong to Master Shin. Through his guidance, we will one day ascend to serve Grand Inquisitor Jia and Death's Hand.
Our loyalty is absolute. We are nothing without our duty to Master Shin. Perhaps Gong is more lenient and left your mind untouched, but that is why he is weak.
Certain nothing goes wrong during our bout.
Oh, don't worry about me. Worry about yourself. Let's move this fight to the Hall of Induction so I have room to enjoy this.
Paralyzing palm. Longsword. Your end is paralyzing palm.
Whoops. Stabbed her in the spleen a few too many times. Oh, right all the way back here. I'm gonna put the two golems right next to the spirit font, just to be extra annoying. The door.
Wosa ir Lucy, wo nika wonoyu. Wonawair sunpunao, poko narawairuluk.
My own demons distract me in this place, but I hold no love for your new master or the master above him. If you kill one, why not two? Distractions are the key to weakness in a target. If you look to the future, Master Gong will have his plans come crashing down on him.
That machine is massive. Who knew the assassins were constructing it in my father's tomb?
Thoughts on golems. Until recently, very little was known about golems. Those few people who were skilled enough to craft golems kept their secrets carefully. Powerful and deadly foes, golems were feared throughout the Empire. Though their workings remain a mystery, there are several useful characteristics worth noting about their formidable opponents. These man-made beasts are immune to most types of magic. Their solid exteriors are best to tactically strong forces. Weapons and strength are always the best ways to defeat these dangerous adversaries.
So, you are the new Lotus Acolyte under Master Gong. No one else has reason to be here. He was quick to favor you. New recruits are typically held in isolation. I will instruct you on the use of the golem press and crane. Forming the golems is an honored task that elevates us above slaves and mere servants. Press is simple to use. Using this machine, we can create a legion of warrior golems in a day.
Death's Hand has great power. We need proof of this from the inner chamber.
We're able to create that many golems, why haven't we?
This is only one step. Here we create husks devoid of energy. Each golem needs a spirit shard to move, and a jade golem must guide them all. For each shard, a spirit must be reduced to its essence. For a time we used those that lingered near their graves, mining them as if they were silver. No longer. The recently dead make a stronger, more obedient golem, if the death is painful. With a jade golem guiding them, legions act as one, utterly obedient. The extraction chamber is a far more interesting place to work. The screams over there are music. Here we have only the creaking of clay.
Machine looks dangerous. Have accidents claimed any lives?
You nearly saw one as you entered, but they are rare. Falling victim to an obvious danger like a dropped golem or worse, the press, would take a monumental fool. The machines are loud and you can see the operator from anywhere in the room. A past victim of the press suffered more damage after the incident than during it. Reputations are very important in the Lotus Assassin Order. Falling victim to the press would cause a loss in status almost fatal in and of itself.
Right, so we don't need to kill the guy, we just have to, like, make him a fool. What about the different golems?
You do not need to know much. We can make husks right now, but there will be no more spirit shards until the Jade Golem is completed.
Why is the Jade Golem special?
Very few are made. They are expensive and difficult to construct, but they are also essential. A single Jade Golem can direct and pacify a legion of others.
What do you mean by direct and pacify?
One or two golems can be controlled by will alone, but larger numbers are unwieldy. They grow confused, their wills creeping back and bringing madness. Jade Golems keep order. Command a Jade Golem and you command them all. The current legion has not yet been assigned a Jade Golem. Master Gong will probably order you to help with that, if he has not done so already.
Kill people to make shards for the golems.
The average citizen of the Empire is worthless. They're nothing more than cattle. In this, they can at least serve some useful purpose. You test my patience, Acolyte.
Tell me about the crane and press.
The press is simple to operate. You select the type of body at the first station. Once the material is poured, it is funneled to the press. The press serves as a mold and a kiln. In short order, it can be opened and the new body is ready to be moved. The crane controls are at the end of the ramp. You can experiment with each station if you want, but you may as well reduce what you produce to rubble. There are no shards to power any more golems for now. I will return to my tasks.
Golem must be in the press for the crane to activate. Let's make us a golem. Let's make a golem. Clay golem. There's an opening on the side. Looks like it accepts clay containers of some kind. Love there's still a golem, like, where the golem just picked up was. Picked up a ghost. It's a stupid design for a crane. Let's make the crane go right above the walking platform. And just stop right there, so you can just drop it on somebody. Great design, guys.
You killed Khitan. The life of an acolyte is forfeit when they walk into this place, yes. But for one of Gong's ragged minions to do this is unforgivable.
Do you think you can make such an insult and disguise it as a simple training mishap? You are a fool.
If you are ready, trainer, your next student is waiting. It is my task to make examples of Gong's acolytes who show too much promise.
Ready. Come, Kaifeng, and see how skilled you are.
My skills are above question. Gong is about to lose another of his pitiful acolytes. Come, let's move to the hall, and I will end this.
Longsword! Paralyzing palm! Longsword!
Yep, end this. Paralyzing palm to death.
You killed Kaifeng? But he was fully trained.
Such insolence will not go unpunished. We'll make an example of you soon enough. Your corpse will be dragged before your master.
But Kaifeng was
Guess
a full
we finished the
assassin.
rest.
How could he have fallen?
Shut up. This fool will pay. You'll see. You'll regret this. Lotus Acolyte of Gong, we must make an example of you. You have insulted the attendants of Master Shin's entourage.
The Masters do not care whether acolytes live or die, so it is up to us to avenge the deaths of our fellows.
Bring it on.
We will not appear weak. We are the attendants of Master Shin. You will die as penance for your insult.
Where's my hand? Come, attendants, I will fight you all.
Your death will be an example to all of Gong's fools.
You can't match me!
Jesus. I don't think I've ever, like, chopped off somebody's head before. Jesus. I think we're a little too powerful. We're like chopping off heads.
That was an impressive display, Acolyte. I've never seen Shin's attendants so handily dismissed. Master Shin's enemies are probably very impressed with your actions. I can only speculate, of course.
I do not like how he hides behind us, a coward in commander's robes.
I can see if I went like full like closed fist or something like that, but maybe you get more gore with closed fist, but I'm like Like, ultimate, like, open palm. So max this out. Yeah, I know, right? Although I guess, you know, using a sword doesn't really help things. And just like headless corpses on the ground. Let all the other corpses disappear, but the headless corpses, yeah, we'll keep those around for a while. Gotta make sure we make the point. This is a rated M game. Yeah, gotta have the rubber edge on the sword. Gotta use the backside of the blade.
You approach the soul extractor. The assassins want you to create a spirit shard, to crush a life to power a golem puppet. They are very efficient in their brutality now. It wasn't always like this. Fear used to be the primary tactic. Destroy the family of one to ensure the loyalty of all. It caused chaos, uprisings, close allies turning on each other. Those inclined to betrayal fear it the most. Imagine if you could corrupt the machine and return the chaos of disloyalty the Emperor dreads.
Can I ruin their plans and get what I need?
No matter your motives, helping the assassins harms you. If you corrupt the spirit shard, you can move forward while also crippling their golems. They seek control. There used to be a chance to disobey when the order given was too harsh. The victims pointlessly innocent. Now there is only obedience. There is something chaotic enough to disrupt that. In the elevator room to come, descend to the deepest mine, to the oldest graves.
What thing will disrupt them? What do you mean?
Just go. The thieves await you. Remember, the deepest mines. They are closed now for being too troublesome. That is where you will find what you need.
It's like a secret door somewhere.
You must be Master Gong's latest acolyte. I heard there might be a new recruit, but they typically aren't ready for service so quickly. Stripping a will can take time. But Master Gong is known for being generous to those who please him. You must be quite exceptional to be allowed into service so directly.
What is this place?
This device is the Soul Extractor. It has a loftier name, but we are here to glorify Emperor Sun through Death's Hand, not pay tribute to some distant celestial lord. It is mounted on an elevator that reaches deep into the necropolis. Until recently, we excavated bodies to extract spirits that lingered near their graves. The results were unpredictable. Now we use slaves. Freshly killed spirits make the best golems. The more painful the death, the better. The extractor is not gentle.
How does this glorify the Emperor? I know we will discover that Death's Hand is behind it all.
She looks dangerous. Have accidents claimed any
The
lives?
Soul Extractor certainly kills whatever is placed within it, but little is left of the victim, so you cannot prove they did not belong there. Only a spirit shard remains. The golem press is far more dangerous, but I have nothing to do with that ungainly device. I prefer the elegance of ripping slaves apart.
Very elegant. Let's make a spear sharp for the Jade Golem.
Then you should select a suitable victim for the procedure. I would recommend one of the slaves on the prison level. Selecting from elsewhere could bring unfortunate results, and I would not wish to see you disgraced so early in your time with us. Use the lever to select a floor, and this platform will move there. You are free to go where you wish, but I would avoid the lower mines. They are restless. You should get on with your work. Grand Inquisitor Gia is growing impatient for the Jade Golem to be completed. Select a suitable victim and create a spirit shard.
To the bottom mines. 3 subsurface levels accessible. Main level, prison level, near surface mine level, abandoned deep level mine. We step in the middle here. Nothing. Hey, Silver Fox, step in the middle for me for a second. It's noticeably colder near the extractor. Machine is motionless as if waiting silently for the next victim. Handle is worn smooth from use. Zeus had to descend to Lotus Mine, learn how to use the machine to create a shard that disrupts the Lotus assassin plans.
If you're dead set on losing your life down in the Lotus tombs, I won't stop you. I won't save you either.
Wee. How many floors does this thing have? Hey, Gargrimmer. Alright, before we go into these tombs, I'm gonna take a quick break, go grab some food. So let me stop the timer here for a minute, and I shall be back in a few minutes.